Hi. Whoever's going to be watching this video is pretty much getting a backlash from my dad, father, a husband that has basically been told since last March that he has his own business, but he can't open. Still pays rent, but he can't turn the key to open the door. Kids aren't in school because, God forbid, they spread a disease or a virus or whatever it is. And now we have this past Monday or Tuesday, the representatives in Parliament, or whatever room they want to gather in, whatever it's called, got together. And as you all know, they're great minds, 124 of them. Okay? Now, let's remember that number. I had to write some notes here because there's a lot of stuff going on, but 124 minds got together. But what you have to understand is you have to minus 65 of those minds. And whatever you got left voted for over 14 million people here in the province of Ontario, Canada, that we will be under emergency blah, blah, blah until December. I don't think so. That's not gonna quite play right in the people's minds. So the 37 people, and that's the number that said, absolutely, let's lock this down. Let's make sure we have everybody vaxxed. Let's make sure we keep spreading that propaganda on all the channels that we provide for the people and the people pay for. 37 people voted yes to keep the emergency going. To all the people that drive in traffic every single day, because I know I do, why don't you call someone and let them know at 4 o'clock while you're standing still on the highway that no one gives a shit anymore? Why aren't any of us standing up to this tyranny that is called a government? And here, for a little lesson in what we the people stand for, is something that is actually part of our nation, and we are ruled by it, and we are ignoring it. And I don't understand why. I've been lit up like this since last March 2020. Completely lit up. I'm done. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous what we are being put through. Okay? I just want to read a little something. I might stumble, but hear me out. Common law is that which derives its force and authority from the universal consent and immemorial practice of the people. Guess who that is? That's us. That's us. You know, last week, so many people got together, and they keep on getting together everywhere. You go all over Toronto, you go all over Canada, you go all over the province. There's things happening every single day. Why? 37 people decided to vote for me. In my riding, that woman that represents us was a deciding factor in what is about to happen again to the entire population of Ontario. Do you know what they call us in other countries? They call Ontario a country. We're the only goddamn country that still plays like this. Masks, no mask, vaccine, no vaccine, this, that, keep your distance, keep whatever. But, it works so much for over 400 days that 37 people decided that that's a great idea. But where are they? Where are they now? Where do you think they are? Because everyone I talk to that lives beside them, they haven't been home. Right? Where are they? So before I go off like a rocket, here's the people that are keeping us under emergency. Oh my God, there's an emergency, right? And are keeping us from doing what we want. Deepak Anand, Babakiam Aris, Paul Calandra, Steve Clark, Lauren Coe, Stephen Crawford, Rudy Cusetto, Doug Downey, Christine Elliott, Marilee Fullerton, Christine Hogarth, Sylvia Jones. I'm in your riding. I voted for you. I gave you cease and desist orders like I did to all these clowns that are on this list. Your secretary gave me a phone call, and then I started to play rodeo with your office. So no, you don't care about us. And I admit, I voted for you. But guess what? If there's no other person that's going to go in there and go with your little system on whatever, I'll just go in your riding, create a persona like you do, right? But then when I become in power and I beat you at your own game, guess what? The people are going to be free to do whatever the hell they want, because that's what God told us that we have, is the power to be free. Not you. You're Sylvia Jones. I've never even met you in my life. And you voted yes for me. You voted yes for me. I'm in Peel Region where you are. You voted yes for me. I vote no. 43,000 people downtown every Saturday, and you're voting yes for us? Shame on you. Let me keep going. That was Sylvia Jones, by the way. She's Peel Region. You know what? F her. Logan Kanapathy, Vincent Key, Andrea Kenjian, Daryl Cramp, Natalie Kusendova, Stephen Lecce. Peace out. Italian Canadian, you should be ashamed of yourself. You don't even have children, and you just killed the entire elementary population with the children. And if it's up to me and I was in your position, you know what I would tell the kids? Kids, don't go to school because school's overrated. All they're doing is brainwashing you with this bullshit. Stephen Lecce, you know what this means? Yeah, go to England. You might understand it. Lisa McLeod, Robin Martin, Carolyn Mulroney, oh my God, Billy Pang, Lindsay Park, Michael Parsa, David Piccinini, Khalid Rashid, Jeremy Roberts, Sharif Sabaway, Amarjat Sandhu, Prambit Singh Sakaria, Kinga Surma, Nina Tangri, Vijay Tanagasale, Michael Tibilo, Effie Trianthophilopoulos, and Daisy Way. You know what? Peace out to all of you. You said yes. You said yes to be an emergency. There's no emergency, okay? You guys are all cowards. All of you, you're all cowards. You should all be ashamed of yourself. You said yes for us. We didn't say yes. You're not allowed to say yes. We're in charge, not you. Not you. Shame on you. Shame on all of you. 37 people. We are 14 million people just in this province. 14 million. And we allow 37 clowns that have those names attached to themselves, that have been taken from us and are led by Satan, to tell us what to do. Seriously, I'm not into that. So I don't know who's with me, but come on, man. This is ridiculous. But the actual people that said yes and they don't want any part of this, we still voted for people like this. So there is good on earth. But you know what? They're part of that same corporation we're talking about that said no. So let's let some stuff sink in our head. This is called politics. You understand? But I'm still going to read their names because they are fighting for us. But when they get into power, they can't help but be with the system because that's the corporate fiction that they are. They think that they own us. They don't own us. We own them. We voted for them. We voted for them, guys. Seriously, man. Seriously. This is getting freaking absurd, man. Nobody's listening. But you know what's even worse? When you see us on the corner waving our flags and doing our thing, no one stops. No one says, you know what? Let's go hang out on the corner with them. Maybe we'll get an $890 ticket. Yeah? Well, you know what I'm going to pay that $890 with? Nothing. Because that's going straight down the toilet. Okay? You don't own us. We have no contract with you. You don't own any soul. I man, I woman, okay? We are under God. We don't serve any fiction, corporation, government, whatever. I'm no anti-nothing. I'm just a dad that wants to get in his freaking Dodge Ram and fucking build a house. But you guys put that on hold. Right? I'm a hairstylist. Guess what we've been doing ever since this shit started? And I got my own salon. You know what? And I get letters from my landlord, right? And he happens to be a fictitious lawyer as well. But I don't care. I don't care about any of that. None of it. Here's the 22 people. 22. That's it. 14 million people. 22 fucking people said yes. I tried to keep it clean, but this is ridiculous. 22 people went against these guys, okay? Jill Andrea, Roman Barber, Stephen Blasey, Lucille Collard, Michael Coutu, Catherine Fife, John Frazier, France Jelena, Fazil Hazan, Randy Hillier, who spends all of his time on the road dedicating all of his time to other people other than in his riding. Okay? So when you want to look at a real politician that spreads himself around, right? But just so we know, once there is some power there and the people do have the power to change things, remember, we're in charge. That's first and foremost. Okay? Andrea Horvath, Belinda Carathalois, I'm sorry if I get your name wrong, Buitla Carpochi, Terrence Kernagan, Sol Makawa, Mike Schreiner, Amanda Samard, Jennifer Stevens, Monique Taylor, John Vanthoff, Jamie West, Kathleen Wynn. Wow, we haven't heard that name in a while, eh? And we all love her, eh? Remember her? Yeah. What a piece of joy. But you know what? She voted for us. So let's, this is still about God. Even though I explode, I'm really bringing this from the heart. Now, I'm not even going to mention these guys' name. If you didn't hear the yeses and nos, just rest assured, here in Ontario, 65 people that all of you voted for. 65. Did you hear what I said? So 65 people. I'm going to try to post this up so you can take a snapshot of it. 65 people decided that they weren't even going to show up to give a shit about the people that voted for them. 65 people. Can you guys do math? That's more than half the bullshit that we, the people, voted in, didn't even show up for the vote. These frickin' vermin pieces of scum, worm, I don't even know the words that I have for these 65 politicians that are supposedly speaking for the people. Guess what? See these people? These people already got served their cease and desist papers months and months ago. These people are part of the International Common Law Tribunal against humanity. And you want to know something? I actually have the final verdict that was passed in November 2020, telling all of us anything related to COVID, the 5G network, the blah, 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 anything that your government is telling you is a complete lie. There, I said it. It is. I'm living proof. I went into the bowels of hell, and guess what? I'm still here. Still here. Soaking in the vitamin D, hanging with the people that I hang. I just felt like I needed to make this video because we are an embarrassment to the rest of the world. We should all be ashamed of ourselves, especially the people, and I'm calling you out, and I don't care. I don't know who you are, just like I don't know these politicians personally. But I'm telling you something. When you're sitting in front of a computer, when you're a police officer, when you're a government worker, when you're a teacher, okay? And I could go on and on and on. You guys are getting paid. You guys are getting paid. Guys like us, we're figuring things out, what to do so we can feed our families. Shout out to Jay. It's time. Sorry, your cottages, your whatever you're doing this summer, the only thing you should be doing is doing whatever somebody that is free to do. When you see someone that's no longer wearing a mask or not wearing a mask, don't even look that way, because before all this stuff came in, none of us were doing it. I'm still not doing it. I'm still here. I'm insensitive. I've been called every name in the book. Flying fingers constantly, steady. The finger goes flying constantly because I'm some irresponsible person. I'm a parent that's going to do something to you. Well, I'll tell you something. You guys must be right, because the amount of people that voted for us that should actually be asking us, they're not doing it. You know what that is? That's fraud. There's so many criminal things that our government is doing to us, and we just sit back and go to work. No one's going to the hospital. No one's going anywhere. The streets are packed. You think people are not working? You know how many tractor trailers I pass every single day? Ontario is simply pathetic. If I can get to the Carolinas, that's my first destination. Arizona will do too. I'm sick of being Canadian. It's like nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. I got 2 small kids. You guys see me before. Whatever. You know what I mean? I don't want to make these things. I do care. I could say I could care less, but I do care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got to start doing something about it, okay? So I hope this video isn't too long. I don't give a shit if you delete it, whatever. I don't care. I'm just trying to tell people that a certain amount of people are, you know, they're making decisions for us. I'm just saying that this is completely wrong. These people are making decisions for me. I'm 55 years old. I left home a long time ago, man. I'm going to go wherever the hell I want, when I want. And you know why I have the power? God is always with me. I have my beautiful wife, my 2 kids. We enjoy the weather. We enjoy people. And I can't wait for all of us. And this is a shout out to everyone that I've ever met during this thing. Even though I sound angry about it, this is actually the best thing that has happened for my family and I. The best thing. We've become so liberated and we've become so educated that we can't thank each and every one of you enough. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Till the next time I cook you burgers. We'll catch you later. Peace out.